Most tourists think they know Phuket. Sunny beaches, loud parties, and boat tours, right? But what if I told you the most famous beach here was shut down for years because humans almost destroyed it? Or that there's a temple inside a cave guarded by monkeys, and a statue that locals say holds a real piece of the Buddha? This isn't just another travel list. Stay with me, because by the end, you'll see Phuket in a way most travelers never do. And there's one twist at the end that might completely change how you plan your trip. 1. Maya Bay. Maya Bay looked like paradise. Turquoise water, white sand, towering cliffs on all sides. It was the perfect backdrop for the beach, the 2000 film that made it world famous. And that was the beginning of the end. What used to be a quiet, untouched island turned into a tourist magnet. Thousands of boats, waves of people every day. The water, polluted, the coral, dead. The ecosystem, collapsing. By 2018, Thai authorities had no choice. They shut it down, no boats, no tourists, no access. Why? Because Maya Bay had been loved to death. Even now, access is limited. Boats can't dock on the beach anymore. And the place still bears scars from the years of over-tourism. Some say it should have stayed closed forever. Others think it's a warning, how quickly paradise can be destroyed when the world shows up all at once. But the real shock, that's not the only island in Thailand reaching a breaking point. 2. James Bond Island. In 1974, James Bond pointed a golden gun at a towering rock in the sea, instantly making it one of the most photographed spots in Thailand. Today, they call it James Bond Island. But locals? They've always known it as Koh Tapu, Nail Island, for its strange shape jutting 66 feet out of the water. Tourists come by the boatload, but here's what most don't realize. You can't get too close. Boats are banned from circling the rock, and you're definitely not climbing it. Why? Because the limestone is fragile. Too many visitors, too much erosion, and the whole thing could collapse. It's literally being held up by the base that's thinner than it should be. And then there's the legend. Locals say the island was cursed by an ancient fisherman who struck the rock with a harpoon and split it from the mountain. It's been standing alone ever since. Movie fans come for the photos. Those who pay attention, they feel the weight of something much older and way more mysterious. And nearby, there's another island with secrets the movies never showed. 3. Phang Nga Bay. Most travelers cruise right through Phang Nga Bay, snap a few photos of the limestone cliffs, maybe spot James Bond Island in the distance, and then they're gone. But locals, they know this place hides more than just pretty views. Take a sea kayak and go quiet. That's when the real bay reveals itself. You'll paddle through caves so narrow you have to lie flat to squeeze under. And when you come out the other side, you're floating in a hidden lagoon, cut off from the world by sheer cliffs and jungle. It's silent, still, ancient. Some caves are filled with bats, others echo like a temple. And then, there's Koh Panye, a floating village built entirely on stilts where families have lived for generations, surrounded by nothing but water. There's even a full-size soccer field suspended above the sea, and it started with kids nailing planks together just to play the game. Tourists rarely stop here for long, but those who do, they leave seeing a side of Thailand that never shows up on postcards. And just past these hidden corners, something even larger looms on the hilltop, watching the island from above. 4. Big Buddha. You can see it from almost anywhere in southern Phuket. Sitting 148 feet tall, made of white Burmese marble, the Big Buddha looms silently over the island. But what most don't realize, it's not just a statue. It's built on Khao Nakhurd Hill, land that was once untouched rainforest. Now it's a monument wrapped in both devotion and debate. Spiritually, it's meant to symbolize peace. People come here to reflect, meditate, and make offerings. The base is covered in handwritten messages from visitors, prayers, hopes, memories, but there's more beneath the marble. This project was started during a time of rising nationalism in Thailand, and some say its construction had political undertones. An attempt to reassert Buddhist values and Thai identity in a rapidly globalizing tourist hotspot. Environmentalists pushed back, too. The statue cut into forest land once home to rare wildlife. And the road carved up the hill? That wasn't without controversy either. So what is it? A symbol of peace towering over chaos, or a reminder that even serenity can come with a cost? Either way, once you're up there, the view of Phuket is unforgettable. But go a little further down the hill and you'll find a place that's not so quiet. 5. Chalong Bay. Most tourists see Chalong Bay as a starting point. Boats line the docks, ferries load up, and by mid-morning it's just a blur of sunscreen, backpacks, and ticket stubs. But stop for a moment, and you'll realize this isn't just a launch pad. It's one of Phuket's most layered, unexpected spots. Walk inland and you'll find Muay Thai camps where fighters train for months under brutal heat, some chasing glory, others just trying to survive. On another road, a rum distillery pumping out small batch bottles flavored with sugarcane and spice, where every label tells a story of Thai rebellion and pride. But at the heart of Chalong is Wat Chalong. On the surface, it's just another temple. Golden spires, prayer bells, rows of lotus offerings. But inside the Grand Pagoda, relic believed to be an actual fragment of the Buddha's bone. Encased in glass, guarded by layers of ornate carvings and visited daily by people seeking healing, forgiveness, or answers. During a 19th century rebellion, monks here weren't just spiritual leaders. They led locals in battle. That's why this temple isn't just sacred. It's legendary. So while the boats come and go, Chalong Bay stays still, watching, waiting, hiding more stories than it ever shows. And speaking of places that protect more than they reveal, there's a national park next, and it guards something ancient beneath the waves. 6. Phang Nga National Park. Phang Nga isn't just a bay, it's a fortress. A massive national marine park guarding over 150 limestone islands, secret caves, mangrove forests, and coral reefs. While tourists rush off to Phi Phi or James Bond Island, locals often come here instead, for one simple reason: it's quieter and protected. This park is one of Thailand's last wild coastal frontiers, and its protection is no accident. After Maya Bay was nearly ruined by over-tourism, Phang Nga became a testing ground for sustainable tourism. Limited boats, eco-guides, and zones completely off-limits to humans. And yet, it still feels like something out of a dream. You paddle under rock arches that look like gateways to another world. Glide through flooded mangroves where monkeys hang above your kayak and rare birds dart through the canopy. Some areas are so untouched, GPS won't help you. You just follow the current and trust the guide. Locals call it the place where the sea still breathes naturally, where the water hasn't been silenced by engines and the coral still glows at night. And the best part? No crowds, no chaos, just you and the wild. But once you return to the land, you'll find a town that's older than most know, filled with forgotten alleys and vibrant ghosts of the past. 7. Phuket Old Town. Phuket is known for its beaches, but just a few miles inland lies a place most tourists miss: Phuket Old Town. It's not about bikinis or boat tours. It's about color, culture, and a past that still whispers through the walls. Walk down Chalong Road and you'll see 19th century Sino-Portuguese buildings with peeling paint and pastel shutters. Each one, a mix of Chinese, Thai, and European influence, left behind by tin barons and spice traders. The windows are latticed, the streets are narrow, and every alley hides a surprise. There's a shop that still hand-prints batik fabric, a tea house run by the same family for over 70 years, and a shrine where locals light incense not for luck, but to keep the spirits at peace. Because yes, this place has ghost stories. Locals believe some buildings are haunted by former owners who never left. That's why you'll see red lanterns at certain doors, and why some alleys fall unnaturally quiet after dark. And then there's the food. Street stalls serve muhang pork belly, Hokkien noodles, and old-school roti with condensed milk. All recipes passed down for generations. No beachbody comes here looking for nightlife, but they should, because this is where Phuket's heart still beats. And just outside the town, a temple holds something sacred, something believed to connect directly to Buddha himself. 8. Wat Chalong. At first glance, Wat Chalong looks like just another ornate Thai temple. Golden rooftops, spires stretching toward the sky. Tourists come in, snap a few photos and move on. But what most don't realize, inside that towering central pagoda lies something extraordinary. A fragment of the Buddha's bone, encased in glass, wrapped in centuries of belief. It's one of Thailand's most sacred relics, and it draws more than just sightseers. People come here broken. They kneel in silence, light incense, and ask for things they won't say out loud: healing, forgiveness, protection, or one final chance. You'll see parents pressing their hands over their children's heads, fighters seeking luck before a match, even businessmen hoping for a change in fortune. And it's not just spiritual. Wat Chalong has a rebellious past. During an uprising in the 1800s, the monks here didn't just pray, they fought. They organized locals, treated the wounded, and stood their ground. To this day, many see the temple as both a place of peace and resistance. So when bells chime in the courtyard, it's not just tradition, it's a call, echoing through time, reaching both the faithful and the desperate. And from here the energy shifts, because just a few minutes away, the calm gives way to chaos. Metro Patong Beach. By day, Patong Beach is all sunshine and selfies. Jet skis buzz across turquoise water. Vendors offer coconuts and massages under striped umbrellas. It looks like any other busy beach town. But when the sun drops, Patong transforms, neon lights flicker on, the streets pulse with bass, and Bangla Road becomes the beating heart of Phuket's nightlife. It's loud, it's wild, it's unfiltered. Go-go bars, cabarets, EDM clubs, beer bars stacked wall to wall. You'll see fire dancers on the street, boxing matches inside bars, and crowds that don't stop moving until sunrise. Some call it a tourist trap, overpriced drinks, loud music, and plastic smiles. Others call it freedom. No judgment, no curfews, just pure sensory overload. But beneath the surface, there's a darker side. Scams, pickpockets, shady deals. And some people who came for fun never made it home with the same energy. It's not just a party, it's a gamble. Every night in Patong is what you make of it. Unforgettable or unforgiving. And as the chaos swirls below, there's a place high on the cliffs where silence and sunset still rule. 10. Promthep Cape. At the very southern tip of Phuket, where the land falls into the sea, there's a cliff known as Promthep Cape. It's windy, it's raw, and at sunset the view is unreal. Waves crashing below, islands silhouetted on the horizon, and the sky burning orange to violet in minutes. Tourists come for the photos. Locals? They come for something deeper. Tucked just behind the viewpoint is a small shrine surrounded by a circle of elephant statues, dozens of them. Big ones, small ones. Some carved from wood, others made of stone, paint peeling from the sun. But why here? Legend says sailors once offered elephants as a tribute to the spirits of the sea, to guide their journey and protect them from storms. Over time, the shrine became a sacred spot for safe travels and new beginnings. Even today, Thai couples come here to pray for good luck. Fishermen light incense before heading out. And if you're quiet enough, you might just hear the wind whistling through the tusks, like it's carrying those prayers out into the sea. It's one of the few places in Phuket where time seems to pause. But just beyond the Cape, hidden deep in the jungle, there's a place where monks and monkeys share a home, and the Buddha sleeps in gold. 11. Cave Temple, Wat Suwan Kuha. Deep in the tropical forests of Phang Nga, carved into the side of a limestone mountain, is a place that feels like a myth. Wat Suwan Kuha, better known as the Cave Temple. Before you even reach it, you're met by the guardians, monkeys. They line the path watching, curious, sometimes bold, offer food and you might earn safe passage. Forget it, and you might get chased. Step inside and everything changes. You're not in a temple anymore, you're in the belly of the earth. Stalactites hang from above like frozen lightning. The air is cool, damp, silent, except for the faint sound of monks chanting deep in the shadows. And then you see it. A 50-foot-long golden reclining Buddha, resting quietly inside the cavern's largest chamber. It's not just a statue. Locals believe it's a protector, not of people but of balance. Between light and dark, noise and silence, earth and spirit. Some say the cave holds a portal to another realm. Others claim the deeper chambers, sealed off to tourists, were once used for ancient rituals, long before the Buddha arrived. Few temples in Thailand feel this raw, this alive. It's not just sacred, it's watching. And just offshore from here, a pair of islands hide even more secrets beneath the surface, where crystal waters meet untouched white sand. 12. Racha Island. To the average traveler, Racha Island, also called Raya, is a snorkeler's paradise. Crystal clear water, vibrant reefs, a quick boat ride from Phuket, and you're floating above schools of neon-colored fish. By day, the beaches are alive with fins, flippers, and GoPros. Backpackers wade in. Tour groups snap photos. The vibe is casual, almost chaotic. But once the boats leave, the island changes. Most don't know that hidden behind the palms are ultra-luxury villas, private infinity pools, and resorts where a single night costs more than most people's monthly rent. Staff greet guests by name. Dinners happen under candlelit cabanas with fresh lobster flown in daily. There's even a spa buried in the jungle where you can book a massage only wealthy regulars even know about. It's like the island has two personalities, one wild and open, one secretive and exclusive. And while the daytime crowd thinks they've seen Racha, they've barely scratched the surface, because after sunset, the island doesn't sleep. It retreats into something quieter, darker, and much more expensive. And if you think that's where the mystery ends, wait until you walk down a single street that never stops pulsing, no matter what time it is. 13. Bangla Road. When the sun sets in Patong, Bangla Road wakes up. And it doesn't tiptoe in, it explodes. Neon lights, blasting music, street performers breathing fire. It's a full-blown carnival of chaos, packed into one narrow strip that never seems to sleep. Every few feet a new temptation. Go-go bars with glowing signs, ladyboy cabarets with feathers and sequins, clubs pulsing with bass so loud it rattles your ribs. For many it's a wild night out. For others, it's sensory overload. But here's the thing most tourists don't realize. Bangla isn't just for tourists. Behind the curtain, there's a whole hidden world. Deals are made in shadows. Some performers go home to families. Others never made it out of the life they were pushed into. There are stories here, real ones, of opportunity and of exploitation. And depending on where you step, you'll find either a celebration or a cautionary tale. Some call it thrilling, some call it toxic. But no one walks away from Bangla Road unchanged. And when the crowds thin and the music fades, you're left with a question. Was it fun? Or was it something else entirely? Now imagine that energy, turned into a full theatrical performance where every costume hides a story of transformation. 14. Simon Cabaret. Bright lights, towering heels, costumes dripping in rhinestones. Welcome to Simon Cabaret, Thailand's boldest stage show, where gender bends, voices soar, and reality gets blurred. Every night, performers transform. One moment they're dressed in traditional Thai silk, the next they're channeling Beyoncé. Lip-syncing, dancing, twirling, flawlessly. To the audience, it's all sparkle and smiles. But backstage, that's where the real story lives. Many of these stars are transgender or non-binary, and for some, the stage is more than a job. It's a lifeline, a space where they're seen, celebrated, and safe in a country that hasn't always made space for them off stage. Behind the feathers and glitter are people who faced rejection, judgment, and years of fighting just to live as themselves. The cabaret isn't just entertainment, it's defiance. A place where identity is expressed through art, and applause drowns out the noise of a society still catching up. Tourists cheer, take selfies, and move on. But for the performers, every show is personal. Every costume is a statement, every spotlight is a little bit of freedom. So the next time you see the lights go up at Simon Cabaret, remember, the magic isn't just the illusion, it's the people who created it. And as the curtains close, the sea calls once more to a chain of islands that may look like paradise, but hide their own scars beneath the surface. 15. Phi Phi Islands. To most travelers, Phi Phi Islands are the dream. Emerald water, towering cliffs, long-tail boats gliding over coral reefs. It's paradise, until you get closer. Because the secret is out. Phi Phi isn't just beautiful, it's crowded, overcrowded. Thousands of tourists pour in daily. Beaches once untouched now carry the footprints of the world. What used to be a quiet escape now echoes with party boats, blaring speakers, and long lines for a selfie. Locals are starting to speak up. Some say the islands are being loved to death, a second Maya Bay in the making. Marine life is disappearing, coral is bleaching, and resources are stretched thin. But not everyone's ready to give up. New conservation zones are being proposed. Eco-tourism efforts are on the rise. There's talk of boat limits, reef protections, and even giving nature time to heal. The question now isn't how many people can visit Phi Phi. It's whether Phi Phi can survive being famous. And if it doesn't, what other places are next? Because in the end, paradise isn't just what we find, it's what we choose to protect. You think you know Phuket? But it's not just beaches, it's hidden relics, secret caves, wild nights, and quiet prayers whispered in gold. It's a place of extremes, and every corner has a story most tourists never hear. So, what surprised you the most? And what will you explore first? If you made it this far, hit subscribe, because if Phuket blew your mind, wait till you see what's hiding in Bangkok.